Howdy folks, Trader Joe here. Yeah, like I tell you before, I do a little stock market, day trading, day swinging, or whatever you want to call it. Just investing in the stock market in the future. It's a good deal. Besides your house being an investment. Um, as you know, the car, that's not no investment. It's going to go down. I mean, yeah, there's always some kind of a catch 22 where it could be like some kind of a antique car or something like that that might wind up being worth more now, but otherwise so I use the damn, that sucked. I use the Charles Schwab app. I just chose them randomly. They're a legit company. I mean, there's, you got the other ones, that Acorn and Robinhood and all that shit. So I got a call. I had thought about calling them, just to kind of figure out about, different stuff with the app, because, I didn't, have any training, just self-taught or just kind of learning on the fly, which, it's not a real good way to go, because you're going to pay the cost along the way, learning the hard knocks of life. But I just, going with the flow, it's no big deal at first, it's just a couple hundred here and there, and then become a couple thousands. But I thought, well, they're not going to want to deal with me because I'm not trying to pay money to, talk to some financial advisor guy who's just going to be like, oh yeah, just keep buying or whatever, like normally you would do in your 401k. You're just constantly buying and holding and waiting 20 years and then selling it all or selling some. But eventually you got to get that money out, especially if it's the regular traditional IRA or 401k. The Uncle Sam wants his tax money. But yeah, if you're doing it just yourself, like it's not through work or a retirement plan, it's just something you're doing like I'm doing, or it could be a Roth IRA, where you're already paying the taxes ahead of time, so you're not getting that savings. But when your money's growing tax free, so when you take it out, you're not having to pay no taxes on it. So yeah, but you're getting dividends and stuff. So I had to declare that for the first time. Just like a savings account, the dividends interest they pay you. It's dividends, interest. It's just tomatoes, however you want to say it. Basically the same thing, just a different avenue of getting money. But yeah, the guy, I never called him, right? And the guy called me yesterday from Charles Schwab, and I was like surprised. And he said, yeah, just going through a list of people we have, making contact with you, wanting to see if you had any questions and stuff. And I told him, well, I didn't call you guys. I was surprised because, I'm thinking you're going to want money to give me advice or talk to me and stuff. And he's like, no, I'm nobody or whatever. So he's just like, somebody. I guess he has some kind of knowledge about stuff. But anyway, so I started talking to him, and I'm thinking, we're going to be talking about it right now. But no, he cut me off midway and says, yeah, well, let me get you an appointment to talk to you in further details or whatever. So I don't know. I guess that's what he was doing. He should just said, to begin with, he was calling for an appointment at a later date if wanted to discuss my financial investing and stuff like that. But I just basically, what I was telling him is like, man, it started off pretty good. I know I got in at a bad time when everything's at pretty much a high. I don't know if it was 49,000 or right now, the Dow 50,000. But anyways, I was telling him, yeah, I had 1,000, and then we had a bad week, and I went down even more than 1,000, profit, and I came back up to about even, and I wound up getting my 1,000 back. And this last time when it went down again, a couple weeks ago, I got kind of close to being back to even, with the I don't know, $300 or $400, but now it's down 500. So yeah, I'm like, I just told him, I said, man, I guess I just picked a lot of bad losers, and I kept hoping and waiting for them to come back up, for the long haul. But I'm also trying to do some, make money in the short term, and I'm like, man, these suckers just keep going down and down. So I just kind of cut my loss with a couple of them. And anyway, we'll talk more about this little thing I wound up figuring out in the next video.